What is software? Anybody have an answer for this? Why do we need a software? Why do we need to build a software? Anybody can answer? I can say simply, software is used to problem. Software is used to build different kind of application. Software is used to build different kind of application. Okay. So what is application? Anyone can explain what is application? Come on, guys, you need to speak. What is application? Why do we need an application? Why do we need to build an application? Is there any reason behind it? Judy, Mailsami, Arnab, what is an application? Do you have any idea? Come on. Okay, fine. So application is nothing but set of rules defined. For example, calculator. It is an application has 4 rules. Okay. When I say 4 rules, add will be one rule, subtract will be another rule, multiply will be another rule, division will be another rule. To build a calculator application, we need to have these rules. Like that, you build any kind of application, any different type of domain applications, like banking. You're going to create a banking application. Go to insurance, you create insurance application. So all these applications require an user interface. All these applications should require a user interface. Okay. When I say user interface, you need to talk about 3 different type of applications. One is command prompt application. Command prompt application. Second one is Windows application. Third one is web application. Fourth one is APIs. Predominantly in the industry, you need to develop only these 4 applications. 80 to 90% any application will be developed using these 4. Okay. So compared to that, we are going to predominantly discuss about these 2 applications. We are not going to worry about these 2 applications because 90% of your business will comes from web-based application and API applications. Do you all agree with me?
Yes.
Okay, so always you need to have a based application based on web API and web applications. Okay, now coming back to that, what is web application? Why do we need a web application? Is there anybody know what is web application? Why do we need a web application? Come again. Why do we need a web application? Sushma, Satya Sai, Sandeep, Anil?
When compared to command prompt application, it run only the particular mission. Windows application, web application based means we can access anywhere in the world by using URL. Like by depending upon some web application rules and regulations, we need to deploy into the some other IIS and by using ASP.NET on all these things. when compared to
And
the
every
Java.
user can understand easily what need to perform.
True. True. Understand easily what need to perform. Windows application also you can perform. Web application also you can perform. That is not the case. See, you need to understand what type of business you are going to interact. Let's take a Swiggy portal. Can I build a portal using a Windows-based application? Will it work for me?
No.
Why? There should be a reason, right? What could be the reason? The application should run only on a single machine. You can't able to access the data in a different customers. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
So in that case, what I need to do? I need to build a web application. I cannot build using Windows-based application. Let's take a banking, internet mobile banking, or internet banking. Can we build a Windows-based application or console command prompt application using internet banking and web-based application without a web application?
No.
No, right? The reason behind is these data will be stored in a single repository where everyone can able to access the data. Am I right or wrong? In that case, always I can go for web application as well as web-based APIs. So that sharing of data should happen between the applications. Got the point? Do you all agree with this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me show you some pictorial representation. Are you all able to see my screen? A notepad? Paint?
Yes, we are ready.
Yes.
See, this is my database. Think this is my database. Okay. In this database, mm, in this database, okay, this is my database, something like a portal. Okay. Now, this database will sits in a server. This database will sits in a server. This is my web server. Clear my point? Everybody clear with this?
Yes.
This is my web server. Web server. Okay. This is my web server. Now in this web server, I am building a web application. I am building a web application. This is my web application. What is the web application is? Web application in Swiggy or any online store or e-store application. Okay. Okay. This is my web application and Swiggy. This is my web application using a Swiggy portal. In this Swiggy portal or e-store application, this is my e-store application. Okay. Now, when you come to the e-store application, what are all the functionalities I can perform? Anyone can tell me what functionality I can perform? Guys, you need to speak. One is user management. Second one is product management.
Backlog management. Billing management. Third
Third one is order management. Somebody can go back to mute. It's disturbing others, please. Order management. Fourth one is admin management. All these are different modules or a same module. You can say user management is one module, product management in another module, order management in another module, admin is in another module, right? Whenever you need data from user details, you will communicate to the database, right? Am I right or wrong? So
Yes.
where your web application and database stores available in a single machine, that will be called it as a web server. Do you all understand?
Yes.
See, this is my web server. In this web server, I'm deploying a web application. That web application will talk to the database. This database will holding the data. Anybody have any question in this? Now, coming back, we have 3 client machines, a machine 1, a machine 2, and I have a mobile device. I have a mobile device. Okay. Probably this is your computer machine, this is your tablet, and this is your mobile. All are going to access this web application. How do they do that? This is your desktop. Okay. And this is your tab. And this is your mobile. Now tell me how they are going to develop, what type of front-end application they can develop. Anybody there? What type of applications they can develop, Anil?
Yeah, for desktop, they will develop a Windows application. For tab or desktop, they will develop a web application. Tab and mobile, they will develop the mobile application.
Now you understand, right? But the data should comes from where, in the web server or different places. Where are you storing the data in the client? Will the data will be available in the client? This is your web client. Guys, if you are confusing, tell me. I will recollect once again. See, these are all web clients,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Will the data will store in web client or web server?
Web server.
Web
Why?
server.
Why? Why it is
Because
storing in?
response, what is the request sent by client? The server will be given the response for the particular order or any process. For that reason, the server is responsible for that,
You are
not
right.
client.
You are right. But I will tell you one thing. Web client may not hold the data because there could be n number of web clients. All web clients will make a request to the server. All web clients will make a request to the server. Similar way, tab will also make a request to the web application. Mobile will also make a request to the web application. You all got the point? Everybody clear with this? So what will happen whenever a request comes from desktop-based Chrome application, this web application will talk to the database, send the data back to it, and send it to the desktop. I got my point. So where you are holding the data? We are always holding the data in the server. That is why this entire architecture will be called as a client-server technology. You all understand why do people calling this as a client-server technology? Srinivas?
Yeah.
Everybody clear, right? Anil? Why people are calling as a server client technology? Your server will be your business. Your client will be your just an interface. Or you got my point? Your server will be your business. Your client will be just an interface. Or you got my point? So here, web server technology or client server technology. Client server technology. What are the points I can expect from the client server technology? Can anyone tell me? Client makes a request and server receives a request receive a request, process the request. Before processing the request, it will validate a request. Validate a request. Why do I need to validate a request? Whether the request is valid or not. If the request is not valid, I will immediately reject the request. Validate a request, process the request, and then generate a response. And then generate the response send a response back to the client. Response back to the client. You are okay with this? Do you all understand this flow? Say yes or no,
Yes.
everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Everybody unmute and speak so that it will be more active for me. I'll be more happy.
Yes, sir. We understand.
Sushma, Mohan.
Yeah, I understood.
Okay, fine. Now coming back, how the data is going to be transferred from web client to web browser. Do you all know how the data will be transferred? Always data transfer happen in a format of data will transfer in the format of JSON. Earlier it was XML, now it is JSON. Or you got my point? So the data will be transferred in a format of JSON. Okay, now come back to my, if you want, you can take this screenshot so that I'm going to go for a new screen. Anybody want to take a screenshot? Take it and put it in a group, please.
Yeah, we'll send in later.
Yeah, put it in a group.
Yeah, we'll send in later.
I got it. Thank you. Now, now I'm going to delete. New. Don't say. Now come back. See here. This is my web server. Okay. Similar way, I have a web client. Clear? This is my web client. It could be anything. It could be mobile, it could be server, or it could be Chrome, whatever it could be. Okay. Any type of browser with mobile apps, this is your web client. This is your web client. And this is your web server. This is your web server. Who runs the business, server or client? Who runs the business? Technically, who is going to run the business?
Server.
Server. So here I can say business logic builder. Right? Now, whenever a client make a request, the transform of data from web client to web server in this way. Okay. Just listen carefully. It has a two information like this. Sorry. Here you will have HTTP request. Okay. This request has a content. See, this is your content. This is your content. Okay. And this will be called it as a request. Listen carefully. When a client make a request in this format of data. Okay. What format this data will be having, I'll explain. The format is header and the format is body. Okay. You all understand? Say yes or no?
Yes.
So
Yes.
client will pass data in this format. Okay, let me make it as black. And then the request will be given to the web server. Web server will do the process and send a response back. And send a response back the same format here. Okay, leave it. Don't want to waste the time. And this is your response. Okay, the same way the response will has. Okay, now here you could have HTTP response. And here you can have header, you can have body. Now you all understand how the data is transferring from web client to web server? Say yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
This is the format the data will be transferred. So any request response, the data should format should pass in a format of request and response. Sir, how do I prove that? How do I prove that? Let me go open app portal, something like that, Swiggy. Swiggy food delivery, something like this. So this is my web application, right? Say I'm not built any application. I'm just open this Swiggy web application. Click on inspect element. Okay. And you see the network. Okay, again I'm refreshing. Now you got all the images, everything, right? Say yes or no? You see this many data is coming for a single call. Now go back, click on document. This document has a header or not?
Yes.
This document has a header.
Yes.
This document has a response header and request header.
Yes.
You see? Did I prove that you have a header? Did I prove that you have an header here?
Yes.
Everybody, you need to
Yes.
speak. Everybody, you need to speak.
Yes. Mm.
Okay. And then similar way, the response as a header. You see there is a response as a header. You see there is an actual response. This is your actual response. A payload is your body of the request. Or you got my point? So your browser itself will tell you how the request and response will be processed. Your browser will itself tell you how the request and response will be processed. Do you all clear my point?
Yes.
Everybody clear with my point? So this is the way the request and response will be processed. Anybody have any question on this? Feel free to ask. Anybody have any questions?
No.
Okay. Can you take this screenshot? And then I can talk about two things, monolithic architecture and microservice architecture. And then we can finalize the day. Done with the stuff? Super. Sandeep?
Sir, I am taking one. Okay, I will send.
Done, right?
Yeah, I am done.
Okay, fine. So now let's talk about what is monolithic and what is microservices, so that you guys can able to understand. What is monolithic architecture? The every first diagram I created is monolithic architecture. Okay. What will happen? I have a server. This is my server. And this is my client. Okay. This is my client. And I'm deploying an application, web application like this. And this web application will talk to a single database. Or you got my point? So this is my database. This is my DB. And this is my application. Everything I'm building in a single application. I'm not doing anything. See, my client will make a request. My application will talk to the DB. DB will give the result back, and I will go back to the store. Suppose, let's take an example of Swiggy. I had a problem with product module. Well, my application will get down. I have an issue in my product module. My entire application will be down or not?
Yes.
Yes, it will be done.
Why? Why it has been down? Because the application you build as monolithic architecture. Because first point is monolithic. And second point is, until you fix the issue, entire application will not work. Is it a good practice? Entire application will not work. Is it a good practice?
No.
Practice.
No.
Why? The moment this entire application is not working, you will lose the business, you lose the customer, you lose the finance. That is the reason people are moved into service-oriented architecture in early 2008, 2009, 2010. Do you remember that? SOA, somebody or the very senior people would have known that SOA architecture, Web 2.1 and SOA architecture. Do you all remember that? Anybody? Anybody know SOA architecture, service-oriented architecture? Anil Kumar, Arnab. Anybody know SOA architecture?
Yes, SOA means that SOAP authentication.
No, sir.
Yes, SOAP authentication.
Web services.
Yes, web services. See, before web APIs, web services are more familiar. Now people are very smoothly moved that web API into web microservices. Okay.
Yes,
What happened is, when I come to SOP architecture, again, people are moved into microservices. What happened is, they simply did a small thing. Let me control Z. This part, they had one database. They had another database. They had another database. Okay. Assume this database will be called it as a user, which will hold user information. And this database will be called it as a products. And this database will call it as an order, something like that. Okay. Now what happened? Each database has an independent API application. Each database has an independent API application. Independent APIs. So this API application will be called it as user API. User API. And this application will be called it as product API. And this application will be called it as order API. You got my point? So if something go fault in user API, will it affect your product and order? Will it be going to be affect your product and order?
No.
No.
If something
No.
have a
No.
problem in user API, my product API and order API will work as expected. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
Yes, it will work.
Yes.
Okay. So can I save my 50 to 60% of the business without losing the credibility?
Yes.
Yes.
Think in a point of business, not think in a point of technical. You are a architect of a company, or you are a project manager of a company. Think in their standpoint. You are serving business to the customer. When customer asks you to build an application, what best you can do? First thing you need to think about, customers should not lose their business. Am I right or wrong? If you are ready to
Yes.
lose the business, will you agree to build the application? Customer will agree to build the application with you.
No.
No.
So take an example of e-store application. The application should have users, application should have product, application should have order. If something have a problem with your order API, still my customers can able to see users and products. Is it a good practice or a bad practice?
Yes.
Hmm? Come again? You need to speak. It's not a one-way communication.
Yes.
You guys has to speak. Hmm?
Yes.
So if you do like that, what will happen? Here I have a Angular based UI. Some may develop with React. I'm using here Angular client. Okay. So whenever the client make a request to user API, it will give the user information. This user API was built in .NET. Okay. And this product API also built in .NET. And one more thing, this order API I'm going to build in Java. Is it possible?
Yes. Yes.
Why? End of the day, I'm going to get the data from those APIs. I'm not going to worry which technology it has been developed. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
Yes.
So when I want this Angular want to interact with these APIs, we need to provide a gateway. We need to provide a gateway. A gateway for an APIs. That's why it is called it as an API gateway. What gateway?
API.
Great.
API gateway. You got my point? Now, this API gateway was built in .NET. Think here. API gateway was built in .NET. But that API gateway can access the order API? Yes, you can
Yes.
access, even though you can build in Java, because the data is transmitted in format of what? What format the data will be transmitted from API
JSON.
gateway application to order? What
JSON.
data?
JSON.
JSON.
Yes.
Similar way, API gateway to product API, user API to API gateway. What type of data it is?
JSON.
Yes, sir.
Everything is in JSON. Now,
Yes. Yes.
this is my .NET application and this is my Angular application. How these two communicate the data? How these two communicate with the data? Again, this application will call an API gateway with a format of JSON. So the data transmission happens in JSON. Or you got my point? So my Angular can understand the JSON. My API gateway can understand the JSON. My microservices also can able to understand the JSON. Now tell me, this is the microservice. Do you have any question on this architecture? Is it a good way to build an application, or the earlier way of doing application is better? Which one is better?
This is
Think as
the
a business point of view. Which one is better?
This one is a good.
Come again?
This application is good to use for business. They cannot lose the business from their end. And customers also happy for this approach.
So that is why microservice architecture last 5 years familiar in the market. Now you all understand, right? Why microservice architecture is familiar in the market. Always you need to think as a business standpoint. I know you are a technical, you guys can perform technical. I understand. But end of the day, for whom you are developing application, to whom you are developing application, it is for your purpose or it is for the business purpose.
Business purpose.
So you need to think your business first, right? What should be when you define a project or when you define a technology or when you define an architecture, first what the thing you need to be in mind. You need to think about your business. According to the business, what I can do for the solution. A business has a problem, that problem is technology. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
If business doesn't have a problem, do you need my technology? My customer need my technology?
No.
So end of the day, business. So 80 to 90% nowadays, people are moving into microservice architecture, especially using .NET Core. Those who are using .NET, they are going for .NET Core with Angular or React. In that Angular or React, 80 to 90% people are using Angular because C#.NET code similar with Angular code. Whereas Java code will be similar with React code. So people start using Angular as more familiar. Now you all understand why when you go for people are asking Angular, some people are asking React. Do you all understand?
Yes.
So I have a question.
Yes, please.
So uh, if any application I build and it is built on APIs, like for communicating with database, will it be called a microservice architecture?
No. No. API, a normal monolithic also you can build API and give it to the Angular UI. But your business logic will reside in a single API. Let's take an example of Arnab. Let's take an example of same e-store. When I say API, can I build all my APIs in a single application or not?
Yes.
So if I do that, if something, say a particular module got failed, will you able to use that API?
No. No.
Because application got crashed. So your microservice is different and your API is different, right? Here.
So here as
API,
we are using we get
Let me finish. See, API is a technology. How you are exposing your data. Architecture is something different. How you are going to split your functionality into different application is the microservice architecture. Please keep that in mind. API you are building is nothing but a technology you are using to build the APIs. That's all. When you come into architectural level, which functionality will sit on which server, how I am going to interact with that server. That is called architecture. You all understand my point? Everybody understand my point? Please say yes or no.
Yes.
yes.
Everybody. So when you are thinking, when you are start thinking, your thinking should be in terms of architecturing the solution problem. It should be technically based. Be it to be how you are going to define your modules. It should be in a format of monolithic architecture, or it should be in a format of microservice architecture. You are going to define it. Clear my point?
Yes. Yes.
Change that, what will happen? Your architecture will go down. Or you got my point? Or now you understand, right? What is the difference?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Please take this screenshot. And I'm giving open to the forum. You can raise questions.
No, 1 second, I'm taking the screenshot. Okay, I'm done.
You're done? See, my point here is we are going to cover everything end to end in this module coverage. We are going to cover end to end. Everything we are going to do. Nothing will be missed out. But instead of order API Java, we are going to use .NET. Angular will be your front end. API gateway will be in .NET. User API, product management, order API will be in .NET. And these three databases we are going to build. Anybody have any questions?
Sir, what is the prerequisite in order to join this course?
Just C#.NET is enough. Nothing more than else.
What are the course content you covered completely?
I'm going to see. The first thing is ASP.NET Core MVC will be covered. Second thing is ASP.NET Core Web API will be covered. Third thing is Angular will be covered. Fourth thing is microservice architecture will be covered. Fifth thing is Azure DevOps with virtual machine, not for a services. Sixth, Azure CI/CD pipeline. Seventh, Azure blob storage will be provided, will be covered. Applications are divided into two types. Application functionalities are divided into two. One is admin application, pure .NET Core application. Pure .NET Core MVC. User application covered using Angular 17. This is the plan. Anybody have questions?
Yes, sir.
Here, sorry, carry on.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, what about React? We are not much familiar with the React. Then how we can understand
No,
any
forget
basic?
about it. React is not part of it, right?
Okay,
React is not part of it. Only Angular.
only Angular. Okay.
Only Angular.
So will we work on a project?
Come again?
Will we be able to work on a project now?
From the day one, hey, come on.
बस बढ़िया रो निकलिया कर रखो 12 ਤਾਂ 10:30 ਵਜੇ ਉੱਠੇ ਮੈਂ क्या ये देखिए कि नहीं आया नहीं कुछ पता देखा मेरी घर ले ये मिले रिमोट कनेक्ट करना
Pushparaj.
रिज्यूम डिजाइन करने बाकी मार के
You understand?
So
The
will we
database entity framework will cover or only Azure, what it is, entity framework core will cover.
See, when I say entity frame, when I say .NET Core, ABB or MVC, it is purely an entity framework.
Okay.
Entity
Okay.
core framework.
Okay, fine.
Sir, I have a doubt in the curriculum poster. You mentioned identity. Sorry, what did
Yeah,
identity
it is also
framework?
part of it.
For
Yeah,
which
it is also
purpose?
identity framework.
Okay. And you mentioned CI/CD pipeline related Azure, right?
Yeah.
We will create that, or existing one we will use.
We will
We will
create
get the detailed information or not.
We
Okay,
will
sir.
create
Thank you.
it, and we need to come up with the Azure platform, and we need to purchase a license.
Okay.
I think $200 VM with Azure Blob is coming. We will use that.
Thank you, sir.
Otherwise, I can't able to demonstrate.
Okay,
Yes,
sir, got it.
we will work on. I will show you what we built so far in the last 15 days. So this is the one we started, admin module. And this is the one we posted in the YouTubes.
So the new batch is going to continue or join with that batch, or it will be fresh?
From the existing one, you can join. Backup will be covered by weekends.
Okay.
Every weekend, I'll take a backup. Don't worry about it. Or I will
Existing
confirm
means
on
how
the
much and as per our correct.
voice breaking.
Sorry, I just have it that out that
Yeah, you
if
can
I
ping
want to
me.
join with existing batch.
Yeah, you can
Okay,
ping
sir.
me.
Okay.
See, this is the one we built it so far. From the scratch, we built it everything. Okay, if you look into here, anyone can take this screenshot, put it in the group.
Yeah, this is already done.
Okay, Sandeep, thank you. Oh. I'm going to build a security on top of these web services as well. Don't worry about it. Identity framework is similar to security concept. Okay. Without secured application, you cannot build any application, right? So this one is new product. I'm saying Vivo. Okay. And I'm giving some product description, Vivo product. Vivo product. And cost will be 20,000. Listen here, I had given 20,000 of cost, but when it adding internally, it will automatically create a GST for you and it will show you in the result. I will show you. I'm taking one image. Which one? This one I'm taking. I'm submitting. See, it has created a GST for you. Say yes or no. Did I created a GST or it is automatically created a GST?
Automatically
Automatic.
So this is how we build it. Now, if you want to delete, you can delete the product. Edit is currently going on. We'll discuss that by Monday. Okay. So we built the product. This is the one we are going to, from edit onwards, we are continuing from Monday. Okay. For that, we built this much of code. Everything will be online and everything will be taken. All the codes will be built in the live classes. Nothing will be copy pasted. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Anil, ping me. We'll talk. Don't worry.
Yeah, ping. I just pinged you, sir.
No,
Okay,
no,
sir.
no.
And I have one doubt, sir. Parallelly, we are.
WhatsApp.
Yeah,
Okay.
did that one also.
We'll discuss.
Yeah, am I audible or not?
Yeah, I'm audible. You are audible.
Hello.
You are audible.
Okay.
Go ahead.
When we are implementing parallelly, this code in our classes, we'll get any repository, GitHub access? Or...
No, I will not give code to you. You need to build your own.
We need to practice. Okay,
Absolutely.
sir. Got it. Thank you.
I will clearly tell you, I won't give any code to you guys.
Okay.
You need to do on your own and you need to gain confidence on your own. Don't expect that I will give code to you. I'll give materials, videos, tutorials, everything. Code repository, I will not give.
Okay.
What will happen? People will come and watch, take the code, and they can say, show that. I don't want that to be happen. If you're really serious, if you really want to excel in your career, you sit and make your hands dirty. Does it make sense or not?
Okay. Yes. Or else we will copy paste. Yes, sir.
Probably the entire application code I will upload in the drive end of the session. Finally, I will upload. Till such time, I won't give a single piece of code. If you are really serious, if you really want to do, you join. Make sense?
Yes.
No, I'm not. Arnab. Anyway, Arnab, we'll talk. Any questions? NPS, what is the name? Is there a name called NPS?
PNP.
Nirbhay Pratap Singh.
Okay.
Just I joined. Sorry.
Oh, no problem.
I was
We'll
getting.
give you the video. Don't worry.
Sir, the duration is how many months?
Minimum 4, max. Okay.
No, so after completion of this course, we can give around 1.5 year of 2 years of experience in it.
If you really
Mm.
practiced well,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
I need your dedication. If you are not dedicated, you won't get it.
Sir, one question.
Hmm.
Sir, it's a weekend class, Saturday, Sunday, or Sunday only?
No.
Regular class. Oh,
Okay.
So is there any weekend sessions? Actually, currently I am working.
Weekend portion will not cover. At the same time, there will be a lot of gap. It will take more time. So these kind of concepts should go only on daily basis. It will not serve you the purpose.
Other than this 10:30 to 11:30, is there any class will
No,
start?
I don't have anything right now because my office is at around 2 o'clock. So I need to come and sleep and can wake up. So that is the reason.
Yeah.
Or I can discuss and get back to you. I'll
No,
think about
no,
it and get back.
no.
If how many are be okay with otherwise we can decide this time.
sir, can we start early if possible? Because
That's what
uh,
this time. That is the
mm,
maximum early I can do.
8:39 and something.
No. 9 is okay.
Evening batch is there? Like,
No. No evenings.
I'm okay with about 9 or 9:30.
Okay. Fine. Anybody have any questions?
Fees details.
Okay.
Okay.
You know the market rate, you know the my rate.
so it's a one-time payment, or can we make an installment? Like 2 or? Yes, no problem. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you all. I will upload this in the YouTube. Please go through it. Anything you
Sir,
need?
final question. Sorry for the. Can I?
Yeah, please.
So far, how many sessions are the session is already started, right? How many days is gone? And
Forget
how
about
many days?
days. Functionality wise, edit is pending.
Okay. Fine.
Because last time, because of the Zoom problem, we are unable to cover the almost 25 minutes, 30-minute sessions for last 10 days.
Okay.
So forget about it.
Okay. Got it.
Sir,
Thank you.
are you covering any framework like Entity and?
By default, entity framework.
Okay.
This is
Only
entity
entity
framework.
framework.
Entity only important. Is there any other framework?
No, just I'm asking.
This is
Okay.
only the entity framework.
Okay.
You see here, I used entity framework,
Yes.
product DB context.
So actually, sir, I'm a totally zero in .NET, so that's why I'm asking.
Model
So,
builder. This class will be called in your service. I'll show you that service also. You see here, I injected my dependency injection. I created the product with the save changes. I created a GST functionality here. You see here GST calculation. You see here retrieve the list of products. You see here deleting the products. You see here get the product ID, product based on ID for updating the model. You got the point?
yes.
And then if you go to your controller here, you see I created all the services. Dependency injection will be occurred of iProduct service interface. Index module, create modules, create action methods. Everything will be coded on my own. Nothing will be copy pasted. And it will be on live. Okay. No code will be get copied. Everything will be online. And we are implemented bootstraps. This is bootstrap. And this is the image folder where all the images will be stored in root folder. And program.cs file, I registered all the services here. Got the point?
Okay.
And views also created here. Everything will be there. Anything else?
No, sir.
Sushma, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Venkata, at least you can speak today.
So this is from basic, like start from zero, no?
Yes.
Okay.
Jadav,
So as of now, I don't have any. Can we connect over call?
1 minute. Anna. Huh? వస్తా లేదు వస్తున్నా కాల్ చేస్తాను మీటింగ్లో ఉన్నాను యా ప్లీజ్ Yeah, guys, please continue.
Sir, please intro about your teaching experience and all this.
I've been completed my 2014. 2004, I passed out. I had vast experience of 16 years in .NET and RP as an architect and director. And I teach more than 3,000 plus students across my for especially .NET 2000 plus, and for RPA, my YouTube channel will talk about RPA. I'm the one who built courses in 2017 as an RPA. So that is how it is. Okay. Who has asked this question? Hello, Sandeep, you asked it, right?
Yes, sir. I know that, but few are joined. That's the reason. Maybe.
Okay. How you know that?
You only told that, right?
Not this one. We'll see. I'll show you.
No, day before yesterday class you told that.
Feed was not there. Okay, fine. I'll share that.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Anybody have any questions? Guys, if you are not speak, there is no point. If you speak, we can discuss. Aviral, Sandeep, Srinivas, Venkatesh. Okay, cool. We'll meet on Monday at 10:30. Thank you all. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.